All right, let's go ahead and jump back into the Bitcoin price action as well as kind of just crypto overall to gauge where we are in the cycle, because I do think it's time to start paying a bit more attention to the charts because some coins might start topping out sooner rather than later. That being said, I still think there's a lot of room left to run for most of your assets right now. We go ahead, look at the Bitcoin dominance. We've talked about this. Don't really need to worry until it gets under 50%. Historically, that is where the market goes ahead and tops out. Now, that being said, because this is Bitcoin dominance, it means that while the market might run during this time, Bitcoin could actually still be topped out. Back in 2021, Bitcoin topped out within this range here, and it was only the alts that ran while Bitcoin traded sideways that signaled the top. Could we see something similar this time? We definitely could. Could we just see a blow off top for all assets and the alts just run harder than Bitcoin during this time? That is definitely possible too. But basically, the upside right now is for your alts, not for Bitcoin. It's that time in the cycle where a lot of risk taking is happening. So we'll see as we come down in here to the golden pocket 76. That's where I'm going to be potentially getting out of a lot of my positions. Not quite there yet. Now, how long will it take to get down there? I don't think it'll actually take as long as many believe. I think 2 weeks to 2 months, and we could be looking for tops to be coming in for a lot of our assets. So just going to throw that out there. Let's go back to the Bitcoin price action here. We can see we got some pretty strong bear divs. Has Bitcoin historically respected these during uptrends? Not necessarily, right? Because we got hidden bull divs as well. So the hidden bull divs sometimes outweigh those bear divs. But this one is pretty strong, and we even got a pretty big one on the weekly time frame, right? So I do think at some point this likely does play out, but we'll see. It's pretty hard to call top here on Bitcoin. That's not going to be easy to do whatsoever, and they could easily come up and just sweep this stuff, right? Because there's probably a lot of shorts that have their stops up above here, right? It's a big liquidity game. So even though we might be in distribution for Bitcoin, calling the top quite yet is premature for sure. So yeah, when it comes to Bitcoin, I would say your guess is as good as mine as to how much higher it's going to go. We're in price discovery. If it wants to send up to 200K within the next 2 months, that's definitely possible, right? We could see a blow off top for all assets, but I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't expect that to happen because we're already seeing a lot of top signals start to flash. You know, not only is retail coming back in full force and we're seeing a lot of euphoria, but the recessionary stuff hasn't really stopped, right? It's not correlating with good employment data. We actually have unemployment continuing to come up here. So yeah, I still think a recession is on the horizon. I think it's going to throw a lot of people off guard. I don't think it's going to be the best of times when Trump gets in office like everybody thinks. I think he's going to be great, but it's going to take some time for that administration to start passing bills that actually affect the economy. That's not going to happen instantly. So 2025 could be definitely a red year, at least for the second half. I still think, you know, a Q1 that's pretty bullish, like a blow off top in Q1, definitely on the table. So yeah, that's kind of what I expect. It should be pretty easy to gauge stuff here just based on Bitcoin dominance. Let's keep it simple here. We can also look at just general meme coins, you know, what price targets they're going to. If we see anything hit $50-100 billion market cap, okay, that's probably a top indicator. You know, we can keep track of our order flow and that sort of thing. Right now, I would say there's nothing special going on here. Open interest has spiked up, but it's pretty flat. A lot of shorts did get trapped down here where there was a lot of big buyers at $90,000, but they're all pretty much back out of the market. So there's not really too much to squeeze in either direction right now. We kind of swept both directions. So this would be a good test of what just spot momentum is like at the moment. And my guess would be we probably do hunt up a little bit higher here on Bitcoin. I don't think the top's quite in yet. Just based on trends your friends at the end of the trend. We got a very strong uptrend right now. I would not be surprised to see at least one more pretty violent leg up here for Bitcoin that really kicks off the final rally for the altcoins. You see the big meme coin season, etc. And all of this can happen very, very quick as we are in the mania phase. But yeah, that's going to be all for today's video. If you do have any questions about anything I talked about or just want to join the community for this channel, link to my Discord is in the description down below. Also got a bunch of exchange links down there, so if you want to go ahead and get yourself some nice bonuses and rewards, definitely use those. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.